Today I'm working on my fun project, or maybe not that fun. Depends how you see it. For me, it's a learning experience. I never took apart such a paramotor engine, and I rebuilt this thing, the carburetor. I bought a brand new WG8 carburetor kit, so I replaced the fuel pump, I replaced a couple of gaskets, and I did not replace the metering spring, which a good thing because it doesn't come with a kit. I tested the pressure, the pop-up pressure. It goes about maybe 17-18 psi, which seems to be normal. And I was going to put it back into the engine, and I was hoping to take this toy flying. And I did look inside. You can see the piston. So once you take the whole assembly out, including the reed valves, the little plates that act like a valve to prevent the pressure to come back into the carburetor, I saw the piston and I saw some droplets, like liquid droplets on the piston, and I thought maybe that's condensation. But when I gave a closer look, I realized that actually is coolant. So this engine has a coolant tank, and when I look inside, I saw oil. And okay, oil, that's not a really good sign. And also, what I remember about this one, I was running the engine after warming it up properly, so I followed the sequence, the procedure, and the radiator hoses were getting very hard, like a high pressure. And I thought maybe this is going to pop the radiator. And I could hear some sort of a hiss coming out of the radiator, so I said, okay, maybe I need to replace the radiator. I didn't know what to expect, but what I know, when you get high pressure into the radiator, even in the cars, it's a sign that you may have some exhaust getting into the radiator. So easy to take this thing apart, take the spark plug out. You will see some brackets that are holding the radiator. So you take those out, and you will see some nuts here, of course. Take this thing, put it aside. I inspected inside and I saw some smoke kind of residue. So I thought, okay, some exhaust is getting into this area, which is so this area is part of the cooling system. And now you have another set of nuts. You take the nuts out and take this one out as well. Someone did some repairs, and you can see some high temperature sealant. Normally you may see some O-rings here. So this one should come out very easily, especially when these studs are not being bent. And also inspect this one. In my case, it's kind of clean, but I'll have to do a better job. And I inspected the piston surface. It had some dark residue, not much, but at least doesn't have holes, doesn't have stupid marks on it. Then I inspect the cylinder. And no scratches, nothing that makes me want to replace this thing. Of course, I'm going to inspect it properly without the camera, but I can see some coolant that was there earlier before I took this thing apart. So it works nicely. It's done sealed properly, I can say that. But what I want to show you here, the gasket. So this one has to replace with the factory one. I don't know if you can homemade this type of top ring. I have no idea. But also this was broken here, which is not big of a deal. It's just part of the gasket, kind of a bridge. You don't really need that, but you need to seal this one properly, otherwise the explosion gases jump around and is going to increase the pressure into this cooling chamber around here where you have liquid. So this one, you see, connects to the hose that goes to the radiator. So that's the cool side of the coolant, and on the top is the hot side. And there is no pump, no a coolant or water pump here in this circuit, so you have to follow the procedure to warm it up properly before you go high rev. Yeah, so I'm going to put this thing back together. So this one is coming out. You can actually pull it out and replace it, and you have to clean the surfaces like any other gasket. But I'm going to look for an original one. So that's my Sky100 engine. I don't know if I made a mistake to buy a water cooled or liquid cooled one. People say that this is lighter, is better, but the way I see people crashing engines and paramotors and stuff, having the radiator sticking out, I don't think it's a really good idea. I mean, from the design point of view, it's nice, it's good design, but to me it doesn't seem practical in a real world with real people. So again, Sky100, I thought to show this one to those who want to buy this model or who never saw this particular type of design. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.